The amount of people that made so much of an interview locker room scrum was actually surprising to me. I thought it was a very normal, not that interesting locker room scrum. And you would have thought the guy said, I'm not playing for the Bengals, or I'm not doing this for the Bengals. The amount of, oh, he's a lazy fat sack of shit. I mean, so many people were coming out of the woodwork saying that this guy is horrible. This guy is that. This is why we should have never signed him. And I'm just like, whoa, can we cool the temperature? Like, cooler heads prevail. I have a saying, never get too high, never get too low, always remain even keeled. What in that statement from Trent Brown of him saying, hey, I am a 10-plus year vet. I've made it to Pro Bowls. I've won Super Bowls. He didn't even say that. This is me speaking now, friend. What in his response to, do you feel like you need preseason to get ready? What in his response of him saying, no, I don't think I necessarily need preseason snaps. I need to just get out there with my guys, get in football shape, because he did get nicked up and now he's back. What in there made people think, hey, this guy is lazy. This guy doesn't even deserve. Somebody was like, I would go as far as to say that the Bengals should cut him. Whoa. And throw your rookie first round pick out there who you guys, who literally played, 8 games in college?
And even if he ends up being the backup, he's one of the best backups in the NFL.
In the league.
If not the best.
It's like, come on, man. Yeah. Let's not make so much of it. If you have ever watched any Trent Brown interview, this is literally how he speaks on a regular basis. He was having a conversation, and by TMZ was in his face a couple months back, and they were asking him about Mac Jones before he signed with the Bengals. Oh, they were trying to, do you think Mac Jones should be benched? Do you think Mac Jones is? He's like, nah, I believe in Mac. Mac is our guy. He's QB1. I'm going to protect him. He was super normal. So my thought process is, why are we making the biggest deal out of Trent Brown saying, hey, I don't think I necessarily need it? These are good reps for Marius. Marius Mims needs these reps. I'll say what people aren't saying. Mims needs these reps, okay?
Brown's what, a 9-year vet now?
A 10-year vet.
10th year?
10th
year? Yeah.
It's like, come on, guys. What are we talking about? Let's not make so much of it. But just the amount of people with a good amount of following, who I have a lot of respect for, that were really calling for this guy's head over a simple locker room scrum was crazy. Oh, are you worried about a training camp battle? You're a 10-year vet with a rookie? No, I'm not worried. Of course he's not. What you want him to say? Yes, I'm worried. I'm shaking in my boots. I'm so scared. I'm terrified. Come on, guys. Come on. Listen, everybody's personality is different. AJ Green was one of the quietest guys, right?
Gino didn't talk.
Yeah, Gino didn't talk. Gino will literally have Carlos Dunlap talk for him. So what I'm saying is, let's not make too much of it. I just couldn't believe the overreaction over Trent Brown. Let me just say it right here. And maybe my opinion doesn't mean jack worth a shit to anybody.
Oh, it means a lot to me, buddy.
Oh, I love you.
I love you too, buddy.
I'll say this. I have no concern about Trent Brown. If Trent Brown doesn't play one snap in the preseason for the Bengals, I have no concern about Trent Brown. If he doesn't suit up for another practice, then we could start talking. But if the guy doesn't suit up for preseason, I'm not worried. And neither should you. Turn on the tape. I don't even know if Trent Brown played preseason the last 2 years. I don't even know if he has. Let's just relax, though. Let's cool the temperature. What are you guys' thoughts on Evan?
I generally am going to come from this like I do for most things, just from a pure objective analysis point. I don't think this is any fault on his own. I think he has been working on his own prior through minicamp and everything else that he wasn't here for. People were doing their own training, which people do all the time. Yeah. He had the slight ding, right? And that's why he hasn't been practicing. Now he's back. It seems like he's going to be healthy, but that was always the thing, right? Is conditioning and health were likely issues for him at some point in the season. And maybe he knows his body better than I do. He can ramp up and get into football shape within 4 weeks. That's all he needs. Malik talked about it. I think other people have talked about it. Just getting those reps next to people on the offensive line is good, especially with a new team, right? Those are the drawbacks. But like Malik said, 9-year vet going into his 10th year, has a lot of experience. Sure, the chemistry could be a little bit better, but again, we're talking about probably marginal differences here. It's not like he's not going to know the playbook and hasn't been looking at stuff and hasn't been working on that. Like, he's still a competent, good veteran. And honestly, like, has he opened the door slightly farther for Amarius Mims maybe to show that he can start in that job? Yeah. But if Amarius Mims didn't even get all the reps he did and then went out in preseason and looked dominant, that would already be a discussion. So I don't think like it's anything severe. I think it's like Logan has talked about with other stuff, a great problem to have when you have too much talent. You have to make these kind of decisions to where no matter what, I think we see all these guys on the field at some point, because I think we're not going to get that lucky again, especially if Trent Brown has kind of an injury history. If Orlando Brown gets dinged up, great. You can move Trent Brown to left tackle and keep Amarius at right. If Orlando Brown, Trent Brown, whoever it is, you have this mix and match to where you're not relying on Cody Ford to be your backup tackle anymore. And that's great. That's exciting. That's good news, right? So again, even if he ends up being the backup for some reason, like, that's the best backup situation in the NFL. I'll probably stake my name on that.